Let's do this.
Meg, you doing okay? You seem a little...
Shh! I'm not in the mood today, friend. I am not in the mood. Let's just get this over with.
Get what over with?
This! My latest and most powerful invention.
I don't really know how to tell you this, Meg, but there's nothing there.
Oh, it looks like you can't see anything, like there's nothing there, but that's because the invention is invisible. Invisible.
Have you been experimenting on yourself again?
Only on Tuesdays. Listen! Do you hear that?
Hear what?
The invention in my hand! And this is the world's first invisible yo-yo. And you don't even have to worry about losing it because it plays music. Like this one. It's playing Beethoven's Fifth Symphony right now. Listen.
Yeah, I'm still not hearing anything.
Ugh, me either.
There's not really anything in your hand, is there?
No, there's nothing.
Why would you lie and make something like that up?
Because I'm done. These last few weeks have stunk worse than that burnt-powered cheese cannon I invented last year. And all of my experiments just end up blowing up in my face. I have tried to rely on God, but I get nothing. It's like all of the explosions have knocked my brain loose so that I can't think of anything new to invent. Let's face it, friend. I am all washed up. I'm a failure. I am done and I quit.
No. No. See, you can't quit. No matter what life throws at you or how bad it seems, God doesn't want you to give up.
But I just feel like something is wrong with me. I feel like a puzzle that's lost a piece. Or a neutrino wand that's lost its synchronous positron generator, yeah.
I'm not even going to pretend to know what that means, but you can be encouraged because God knows what you need. You see, He created you. He loves you, and He is in control.
So you really think that God can fix this? Okay, well, it seems a little scary to me, and I'm not someone who gets scared easily.
You don't have to worry or be scared. God can do anything, Meg. God is a God of miracles. He has unlimited supernatural power over anything and everything. So even when you feel like you just can't go on anymore, trust God and don't give up.
Thank you! Yes! I will not give up. And I will remember that when I'm going through something, no matter how hard it is, that I can trust God. Thanks, friend. Oh, you're turning a lovely shade of blue. Oh, I should probably release you. Inspiration! I will invent a sweater that has sleeves, which wraps around the person who's wearing it when they feel sad and it gives them a hug. Genius! Thank you, friend! You have inspired me. Bye-bye. Hey guys, how many of you know how to ride a bike? It's okay if you haven't learned yet. You'll get there. But riding a bike can be hard at first, especially once the training wheels come off. Falling off or running into things is sometimes part of the process. Kind of like this. ride a bike takes time. If you give up and quit after your first crash, you won't learn how to ride the bike at all. And we don't want to let our fear of falling off keep us from trying in the first place, When faced with anything in life, especially hard things, it's important to remember our bottom line for today. I will not give up. Say that with me. I will not give up. You know what? There are actually verses throughout the Bible where God teaches us that He wants us to never give up on the things He asks us to do, even when it's hard. And in today's True Bible story, we'll see a couple examples of people who didn't quit, and also an incredible miracle God performed through Elisha as he put his faith into action. Check this out.
One day, Elisha made his way to a town called Shunem. There was a woman in Shunem who had a lot of money. Anytime Elisha would pass through Shunem, this woman insisted that he come and eat at her and her husband's house. She loved having Elisha over for meals. Elisha would pass through her town so much that eventually she said to her husband, "You know what? We should build a room for Elisha on top of our house. We could put a bed, a table, a chair, and a lamp in it for him. That way he has somewhere to stay when he's passing through." So that's exactly what they did. Elisha was so grateful that one day he had his servant named Gehazi go get the woman and bring her to Elisha's room. Once she got there, Elisha had his servant Gehazi say, "You went through all this trouble for us. What can I do for you?" The woman didn't say anything that Elisha could do for her. So Elisha asked Gehazi what he thought they should do. Gehazi answered saying, "Well, she doesn't have any kids, and her husband is pretty old." That's it, Elisha thought. Then he told Gehazi to go tell the woman that by this time next year, she would have a son. The woman was in disbelief. "Don't lie to me," she said, but Elisha wasn't lying. Within the next year, she had a little baby boy. After that, many years had passed, and the boy grew up. One day, the boy went out to his father, who was working in the fields, and he started complaining that his head was hurting. So, the father told one of his servants to pick the boy up and carry him to his mother. His mother held him until about noon, but then something terrible happened. The boy died. The mother was heartbroken, but she didn't show it. Instead, she took her son up to Elisha's room and laid him on Elisha's bed. Then she said to her husband, "Have one of the servants bring a donkey to me, so I can go to Elisha and come back." Her husband asked why she was going today, but instead of telling him that their son had just died, she replied with, "Everything's fine." Then she put a saddle on the donkey, and her servant rode as fast as they could straight to Elisha. Elisha saw the woman coming from a long way off. So he said to Gehazi, "Hey look, there's the Shunammite woman. Run out to meet her and ask her if everything's okay with her husband, and her child." When Gehazi asked her, she answered, "Everything's fine." But her attitude changed when she finally got to Elisha. She fell down to the ground and grabbed his feet and cried. "Did I ask for a son? Didn't I tell you not to get my hopes up?" she said. Elisha, seeing the woman's great sadness, turned to Gehazi and told him to take his staff and go to the child as fast as he could. Once he got there, he should place the staff on the boy's face. So Gehazi ran and did exactly that. But the woman refused to leave Elisha's side. When Gehazi got to the boy and put the staff on his face, there was no sound or sign of life. So he went back and told Elijah that the child had not awakened. So Elisha came to the house and went up to his room where the woman had placed her son. He prayed to God, and then he walked over to the child and laid on top of him. He stretched out his body over the boy, and when he did, the boy's body became warm. But he still didn't get up. Elisha stood up and walked back and forth. Then he stretched his body out over the boy again. Suddenly, the boy sneezed. Then he sneezed again and again. The boy sneezed 7 times, and his eyes shot open. He was alive! Elisha brought the Shunammite woman back and told her to pick up her son. She fell at his feet with thankfulness. Then she picked up her son, who just moments ago had been dead, but was now very much alive. The end.
Okay, so were you able to see the places in that true story where someone could have given up but didn't? Let's take a closer look. God gave the Shunammite woman something she didn't have, a son. And sadly, the boy got sick and died. Well, the woman could have told her husband the news, and they could have gone about the process of being sad for his death and burying him. But that's not what she did. The woman didn't give up. Yes, her son was dead, but death doesn't stop God. So she went to find Elisha. And then Elisha put his faith in God into action. He gave his servant his staff and told him to go to the woman's home and lay the staff on the boy's face, which he did, but nothing happened. So the servant went back to tell Elisha and the woman. Elisha didn't give up. He went to the home himself, went up into the room where the boy was lying dead on the bed, and Elisha shut the door, prayed to God, and laid his body on top of the boy's body. Now, I know it might seem strange, but sometimes God asks us to do things we feel are strange, and it's important for us to obey. Elisha prayed because he knew that any power to bring the boy back to life came from God. And remember, Elisha was filled with God's Holy Spirit, which means God's power was working through Elisha. So let's take a look at the amazing miracle. Then he got up again and walked once back and forth in the house, and went up and stretched himself upon him. The child sneezed 7 times, and the child opened his eyes. Elisha didn't give up. The boy did not come back to life the first time Elisha warmed his body. So Elisha got up, paced in the house before lying down on top of the boy again, and the boy sneezed 7 times. And in case you didn't know, dead people don't sneeze. The boy was alive. It was a miracle. The Shunammite woman didn't give up when her son died. She went to find Elisha. Elisha didn't give up when his servant came back with the news that touching the boy's face with the staff didn't work. He also didn't give up when he tried to personally attempt to bring the boy back to life, and it didn't seem to work. So what can we learn from these real people? To confidently say, I will not give up. Come on, say it with me. I will not give up. Is God bigger than our problems? Yes, he is. Nothing is impossible for him because he is all-powerful. He can give you the power to do anything he asks you to do, including obeying and living your life for him. Will it be hard sometimes? Absolutely. Does that change who God is? No, never, ever, ever. As for the rest of you, dear brothers and sisters, never get tired of doing good. 2 Thessalonians 3:13. So, let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. That's Galatians 6:9. And, for I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13. How's that for some encouragement? We all have a choice when faced with hard situations. We can give up, or we can have faith in God's power and trust him. When we believe the truth, we can confidently say, I will not give up. Think about this. How many times have you found yourself in Elisha's position? Maybe you're asking God to do something and you know and believe he can do it, but it doesn't happen the first time you ask. Maybe it takes days or months or even years. Well, don't give up. Keep praying. Do not be discouraged. Keep seeking God. Will God bring the dead back to life every time? No. But can he? Yes. Yes, he can. Whatever you're going through, don't give up. Or maybe right now you're in a good place in life and that is awesome, but don't forget to thank God for his blessings. Also know that there will be challenging times in your life, and when they come, you know it, don't give up. You guys, it is so cool to think that the same God who is the all-powerful creator of the universe knows each and every one of us and our personal needs. He loves us more than you and I will really ever know. So when life seems hard, remember to say, I will not give up, and trust that God has the power to handle whatever you're going through. All right, guys, see you later.